think when you look at the highlights now, it was a punchy start, wasn't it?
A fantastic fourth round of the Intelligent Money British GT Championship, which saw the number 4 Mercedes of James Cottingham jump ahead of Enduro Motorsports at the start and take the early lead. Paddock Motorsports and SRO Motorsport, the second time this season those two cars have clashed, and they clashed in pretty spectacular fashion at the Craner Curves before Richard Williams spun from the lead of GT4 for the second race in a row. That GT4 battling was very, very close indeed. The number 9 Century Motorsport BMW received a penalty for that contact with the Toyota, whilst it was an early pit stop in the GT3 ranks for Team ABBA Racing's Mercedes, which straight away saw Sam Neary getting involved in the fight, and here having a grandstand view of some Audi Porsche contact at the final corner. It was an all-Lamborghini incident down at the Melbourne hairpin that started the derailing process for the 72 car, which would end up in the gravel later on as well. Debris on the track from that triggered a safety car, during which almost everybody pitted. It was a slow stop though for 2Cs. They lost the lead, and from that point on, the Enduro Motorsport McLaren, which got a good restart, never looked back. Marcus Klutt putting in a brilliant stint to build a good margin at the front of the field. Close moment there for Lewis Williamson in traffic, whilst in GT4 we saw an awful lot of these two cars running side by side. Darren Turner there around the outside of Matt Cowley, whilst again the Team Parker Porsche was trading paint with other cars. There, that was the Team Parker car getting into the back of the 76 McLaren, which then also had a close moment with the WPI Lamborghini down at the Melbourne hairpin. Redline Racing's Lamborghini was again getting into the Audi, the Balf Motorsport Audi, not quite on the ultimate pace here today, and they would struggle along to an 8th place finish. Second round of pit stops were ongoing, some close moments down at the chicane. There was some really brilliant close racing across both classes, and I told you these two cars were together for most of the race. This time Academy moving ahead on the Newbridge Aston Martin. They trade the lead on multiple occasions. Contact between Team Parker and Barwell, and then between Team Parker and the Balf Motorsport Audi. There weren't many cars that Team Parker didn't tangle with over the race, but somehow the car kept going strong to a top 10 finish. Academy were in to serve their final pit stop. Marco Signoretti handing over to Matt Cowley, and as we went into that final round of pit stops, it looked like things were settling down until this happened. Contact for Sandy Mitchell just as he came out of the pit lane, battling for position with the Team Parker car, sent the Lamborghini into the gravel and out to the points. A slow pit stop for Newbridge. That car had a brake fire. That ultimately is what cost them a chance to fight for the GT4 victory, which still saw some good fighting for podium places, and Jordan Collard it was who got the Toyota onto the podium late on. Mistake here for James Dorlin cost him 4th place in the race to Ewan Hankey, the 76 crew, getting their best finish of the season. But it was Enduro Motorsport who continued their Donington dominance to win by nearly a minute at the end of the 3 hours of racing, whilst Academy Motorsport took a slightly less comfortable victory back in GT4.